I'm like a well-oiled machine. Dirty Dancing is on Expresso this morning. We want to chat to them a little bit later. Don't go anywhere. Don't want to miss it. But right now, time for a bit of a feel-good story, because on the 16th of January, local authorities got wind of a whale trapped in heavy rope just outside of the port of Table Bay. And when they arrived on the scene, they discovered a 15-meter adult southern right whale heavily entangled in ropes. And of course, our Expresso cameras were there to catch all the action of this magnificent rescue. Check it out.
On a Wednesday morning earlier in January, drama unfolded in Table Bay. Many revisited the scene.
On the 16th of January, it was reported that a 15-meter southern right adult whale was entangled in a rope just outside the port of Table Bay. Luckily for us, the South African Whale Disentanglement Network freed the whale. And today we found out just exactly how the procedure went down.
It was the Transnet National Ports Authority that made the discovery. Rope covered the majestic mammal's underbelly and was wrapped around its tail. 27 careful cuts had to be made to free the marine mammal. A situation like this calls for special expertise. The SA Whale Disentanglement Network led the rescue mission. Many introduces us to the team.
Now I'm standing with the South African Whale Disentanglement Network, and they're basically going to explain exactly what it is that you guys do. So how was the unit formed, and how has it expanded since then?
Well, as the number of entanglements started to increase, more and more people saw these entanglements, and they actually started to try and disentangle them. They were well-meaning, but they weren't properly trained. So this is kind of a recipe for disaster. People have been killed by whales. Whales can fluke and they can die. And so that is why we've started up in 2006. We got somebody out from the States to train us in disentanglement, and we started as a small unit.
On the 16th of January, you guys saved a whale from being entangled in rope. How long did this procedure take?
This operation took us 5 hours. We went out to this whale. We had to go looking for this whale. At first, we had the SAPS assisting us as a mother vessel. We had our small duck that we use as a working boat. Once we found this whale, we had to assess the situation and see how badly it was entangled and how we would remove these entanglements from the animal.
Reports said that the rope was deeply embedded in the whale's flesh. How long do you think it was entangled before you rescued it?
Well, from the whales and the actual embedding of the rope and the condition of the animal had a lot of barnacles on it, and also the buoy was totally discoloured. We assume it must have been over a month, which is a very long time.
Did the whale actually survive?
Well, there was one rope that was left, and that was embedded very deeply, but it wasn't wrapped around the animal, it was just embedded. And we could have put pressure on that rope and pulled it out, but we thought it was better to rather leave it and hope it would fall out naturally. And we think it will survive. It was much more active at the end of the day.
To successfully complete this mission, organizations including the NSRI, SA National Parks, the Environmental Affairs Department and the police all assisted. Mike Mayer lent a hand.
I'm chilling with Mark, who's busy telling me about what's going on in the disentanglement procedure happening right now. But more than anything, I want to know what your role is in the whole thing.
We do daily coastal patrols, checking any illegal movements of persons and goods, and we also help the environment. People with entangled whales there's got ropes and stuff around them, and they call us normally and we go out and help them. At the moment, what we normally do is they do all the cutting,
okay, and
we're just a support vessel. And while we're supporting them, there's a rope being thrown out to us. And while they're on the whale and say something happens, the whale flips his tail or something, and then we just got to pull them back, just for safety purposes.
Under the Marine Living Resources Act, no one, unless officially trained, may assist whales. These mammals love taking it easy in the shallow water off our coast and are often mistaken for being in distress. If you do see a whale entangled in rope, call the NSRI or the police. They'll contact the specialized heroes of the ocean.
One of my favorite things about this story is that we have people willing to put their lives at risk to conserve and protect our environment. The South African Whale Disentanglement Network. Great job, guys.